What's up, guys? What's going on? Another hot night in Hawaii. So very little things unboxed little by little. So honestly, I'm definitely enjoying the Masterverse characters. How they look, it looks insane. And it's slowly my shelves is coming together. It looks pretty good. But today I wanted to get back into the G.I. Joes and figured why not unbox the Ferret. Number 119 comes with the Ferret Dragger, a helmet, knife, 2 pistols, the system vehicle itself, Cobra Ferret scalps. The artwork looks pretty insane. Her skills. So for some reason, they made her a female, which honestly I'm not mad about. I think Cobra needs more female troops. Hey Hasbro, if you're listening, we definitely need some female Vipers, some we had Raven, the female Straddle Viper. We've had, I know there were a couple female troops. Mara. But there was a lot of male and female characters in Cobra. Looks pretty insane. Comes with the weapons box. I mean, we did have what's her name? The female Range Viper that kept finding ambush. Give me a sec. Have to get this out. Seriously, they make these things kid-proof, but they're more adult-proof. Honestly, I thought they would be bigger. The little gun goes all over. So this is actually rubber. I don't remember what the original tires were. I think they were rubber. Hear them snapping into place. There's a little suspension to it, which is awesome. Cannon comes in the little box. Honestly, more of a mess. So the driver has the knife, 2 pistols in the helmet. I'm guessing she's stuck in here. It's actually made of rubber, which is great. Little knife. Little handbutton. She looks pretty great. All the articulation is there. Wrists, elbow, shoulders, waist. There's chest movement, head movement. Poster. Okay. Yep. The other gun poster. I really don't know where you put the knife though. that. Because the driver we have this cage. This is definitely there. This goes in the front. The holes. Two of you. The missiles. And this thing. That's all. Maybe it's a little bit bigger than I thought it would be. bad. I don't like the way she has to sit up on it. So yes, I did buy 2 of it because I wanted one of these to be used by the Dreadnoks, and I'm thinking I'm putting her into the flight pod. It's kind of weird that the Cobra Ferret and the Ferret Scout is females. They made a claw, and the claw pilot is a female. So basically, if we're making Cobra vehicles, we're going to have female Cobra troops. If the original vehicles then have any driver or pilot, definitely love the details. I think the motor or the engine could have been done better. I love the 2 exhausts and the lights, no step, so the cannon can move. She is literally holding on to it, which means she can't sit down. The missiles can come off. It rose pretty well. That is the only Cobra symbol on it, which this wasn't on the original. In fact, most of this wasn't on the original. Remember this. This was black. This was a cannon but couldn't turn. We had the missiles. Honestly, you have to be looking forward where you drive. Excuse me. So besides that, I'm actually pretty happy with it. Having it next to my HISS tank. So hopefully the flip pod, the claw, the toilet, and then the Rattler. And hopefully, if they ever come out with the Asp, take you apart tomorrow. Oh, not bad. Imagine having the rattler swoop down and then attacking whatever is right over there. That is lobsters. Medium dependent. If you feel like spending a little bit more money. And when it comes out, picking up the G.I. Joe Mauler, which will probably be a hazmat. We'll see. Hopefully you can make it so more than 3 people can play in it. Although this time you can only hold 3 people in it. So it's not beyond, I guess. The original this thing could only hold 2. The original Mauler could hold 3. There was the 2 drivers and the guy in the turret, which was usually the driver. Honestly, I wouldn't mind taking the Mauler driver and the steamer, putting them into the driver's cockpit, and if Hasbro makes that, putting him into the turret. And then that's the biggest G.I. Joe vehicles I'll have. Everything else should be ferret sized. Trouble Bubble. Claw. Asp, if they make it. With a female shooter would be pretty, or Cobra Trooper would be pretty great. Of course, everything other than that would be Dreadnoughts, Thunder Machine. If they make Dreadnoughts only with vehicles, I'd have to pick them up. Like, of course, everybody's saying Heart Wrencher should be with the ground assaults. Honestly, I think Burnout and Heart Wrencher should be together. There is a whole lot of Dreadnoughts together. And having Thunder Machine next to the ground assault, next to a ferret, next to, if they bring out any more of the bikes. God help us collectors. Well, anyway guys, that was the Cobra Ferret right up there. Lengthwise is as big as the Histag cockpit. Half the Histag. Widthwise, almost the size of the Histag. I still wish she sat down on it. But I'll be honest. Most times when you're riding an ATV, if you're going pretty fast as a scout, you don't really sit well on it. Especially if it's rough terrain. Definitely will be putting the second Ferret together and getting ready to do dreadnoughts, but that won't be over for a while. Definitely will be doing the Ferret Scout, and I think the next G.I. Joe unboxing will be the Trouble Book, so I can put the Scout into the Trouble Book. Hopefully, I think this week I get the Cobra Claw. This week or next week. Still waiting on the Rattler. Still got lots of stuff to do. But at least up there is starting to fill out. So I still have my defense modular for Cobra, which is now, it seems impossible to get. I think they moved the release date up to September something. Hopefully. God, the prices for that skyrocketed. So I'm definitely kind of thinking about the G.I. Joe version, but at the same time not really, because if they're cool, what they did with the Cobra version where they released it and then they take it off, so only those who pre-ordered it will be getting it. I don't think it is going to show up in any stores. eBay has it for sale. For $150. Then again, that's the same as the Snake Arm. Which is pretty much impossible to get now. honestly, I keep looking at Hasbro Pulse, and a lot of their exclusives are literally impossible to get. Nemesis Enforcer, Snake Armor, Crystal Ball, still sold out. Of course, that's going to be a Walmart exclusive. So hopefully sometime down the line it comes back up. The Target exclusive Breaker, Nasty Vice, the 2 Nasty Vice Divers, Snake Eyes in the polar bear, yeah, things are definitely insane with Hasbro and G.I. Joe. Honestly, I hope a lot of you aren't collecting these things just because of the insanity. But if you are, just know you're not alone. We're all in it together. But yes, definitely, if anybody from Hasbro is watching, which I doubt it, but you never know. We need Cobra variants. Female alley viper, female vipers, female range viper, especially the pink one. And I definitely love what you're doing with expanding the vipers, with the Grim Viper and the Ghost Viper. So guys, definitely keep that up if you're watching. There are so many things. I mean, watching G.I. Joe, every G.I. Joe had a specific skill. You had, several, of course, people with those skills, but it was very specific skills. With Cobra, you have just troopers, infantry, troopers, vipers, the officers in charge of them. But then Cobra started bringing out troops that specialized in stuff like the range vipers, who are survivalists, who are probably the greatest people you can put into the jungles and survive. You got the desert scorpions, who are desert troopers. You got the rock vipers, who are the rock troopers, or mountain climbing troopers. You got the eco characters like Toxo Viper and Sludge Vipers. Got the Sharpshooters, the Night Vipers. Bringing all these different military skills into Cobra is definitely awesome. kind of do need Meta Vipers, but we do need all these other characters more. Laser Vipers, Astro Vipers, Destro's Target. Definitely need more Iron Grenadier characters. Headhunter and his head of troops, the drugs. Personally, I can see a problem with the drug cartel version of Cobra. But honestly, I looked at them more of an urban terrorist organization part of Cobra. These are the urban specialists. Not only the drugs, but money laundering, racketeering, which is basically what extensive enterprises was, the twins. Yeah, things are becoming pretty damn interesting. Every year it looks like I'm getting closer to finishing the G.I. Joe collection, and every year Hasbro brings out more stuff that I can't say no to. At least my Masters of the Universe collection is almost complete. Power Rangers is almost complete. Just need one more character. Pretty much a lot of it is almost complete. That's why I started unboxing stuff. Not to mention makes a lot of extra room, so I can see how much space I have for other things. Anyway guys, hope you guys like this unboxing. Stay tuned. Got more Masterverse unboxing coming, more G.I. Joe unboxing coming. Definitely need to start unboxing a lot of stuff. Thanks for watching guys. Stay tuned. Take care. Be safe. This is white. We always say, show the aloha, which means basically show the love, show the understanding, show the caring. Show the empathy. Try to every so often. I grew up being kind of forced into religion. Grew up as a Catholic. forced every Sunday to go to church. Until I was told I can make up my own mind. At 5, I kind of decided what religion was to me. And that certain people need it and certain people don't. I was one of the people that I felt didn't need religion, and I still do. But I still believe certain people need something to believe in. I need to believe in myself first and foremost. That's what I believe I need to do. Which I'm not saying that there's not something out there. But if there is something out there and if you do believe in religion, I've always thought that what we do here on the planet Earth, in the real world, shows those in power up there how we would be up there. So if you date somebody or treat somebody differently because of their beliefs here, how would you treat them up there? I don't believe in religion, but I do believe our actions speak clearly to whoever is in charge of our lives. I am very thankful for everything I have and everything I've gotten to experience. And I think a lot of people aren't. I think a lot of people, especially these days, have this idea of jealousy or wanting more. I'm not a rich person. Never been rich. But somehow I get certain things which is very lucky. But I think for a lot of people, everybody sees being rich as being wealthy, well-to-do, having money. Growing up without money, I've learned that is part of being rich, but money doesn't bring happiness, because it seems like those with money just want more and more and more money, which I mean, if you keep wanting, you're definitely not happy. I've come to learn that being rich is accepting what you have and accepting the life that you've gotten to live, being happy with who you are. And, I really hope and wish for all of you to be happy with your life, happy with where you are in your life and what you have accomplished and what you have experienced in your life. Because that's all what we can do is enjoy the little things. And as a collector, I definitely think most of us see it as, we are collecting stuff that makes us happy and enjoy our lives. Anyway, that's just a thought. Again, take care, guys. Be safe. Aloha.